When Emily Carter lost her husband, Daniel, to a sudden heart attack, her world cracked open in ways she could never have imagined. They had been married for 32 years, sharing laughter over burnt pancakes on lazy Sundays, stealing glances during church services, and quietly holding hands during movies at home. Daniel had been the steady hum of her life, the warmth in every winter, the cool breeze in every summer. When he was gone, the silence was deafening. Even the house seemed to hold its breath, as though unsure how to exist without him. The first few weeks after the funeral were a haze. Friends came with casseroles she never touched, her daughter Megan called every day from Boston to check in, and neighbors offered rides to the store or help with the garden. Emily appreciated it, but deep down she felt like she was floating above her own life, watching herself smile politely and say thank you, all while the grief pulsed like an open wound beneath her skin. But as the months passed, Emily realized something unexpected. She wasn't just surviving. Small sparks of life were slowly returning. And it happened because she stumbled upon 3 truths, 3 secrets, that no one had told her before. They weren't the kind you find in self-help books or in formal grief counseling. These were raw, real, and entirely hers. The first came one afternoon in late September. Emily had been cleaning out Daniel's old workshop in the garage, brushing sawdust off shelves and sorting through jars of mismatched screws. She found an old radio wedged behind a stack of paint cans. Out of curiosity, she plugged it in. The station it was tuned to was playing a jazz record, one Daniel used to hum along with on Sunday mornings. For the first time in months, Emily didn't cry when she heard something that reminded her of him. Instead, she smiled. She realized that carrying pieces of Daniel with her didn't mean she was trapped in grief. It meant she was letting love remain part of her everyday life. That was her first secret, letting the memories be a source of strength instead of a weight. The second secret revealed itself in an even stranger way. Emily had joined a local book club after her friend Susan begged her to get out of the house. She didn't expect much from it, just polite conversations about novels and maybe a slice of cake at the end of the evening. But one Thursday night, a man named Jack Holloway walked into the meeting. Jack was tall, with salt and pepper hair and kind eyes, and he had recently lost his wife to cancer. The two of them struck up a conversation about the book of the month, and before Emily knew it, they were talking about their spouses, their families, and the strange limbo of being alone after years of partnership. That was when Emily discovered her second secret. Connection didn't have to mean replacing someone you loved. It could simply mean allowing new people into your life to fill different spaces, spaces you didn't even realize were empty. The third secret was the hardest to accept. It happened during a cold January morning when Emily woke up to find the power out. The house was freezing, and she had no idea how to relight the pilot light on the furnace. In the past, Daniel had always handled such things, but now there was no one to call. So she wrapped herself in layers, found the manual, and spent 2 hours in the basement until the heat kicked back on. She sat on the couch afterward, her fingers numb but her heart swelling with pride. She realized her third secret was that independence could be empowering, not lonely. She could stand on her own, even when it scared her. These 3 truths didn't erase the grief, but they transformed it. Emily began to smile more, to cook meals she actually wanted to eat, to take long walks in the park instead of sitting by the window. She even took up painting, something she'd always told herself she didn't have time for. Months later, Emily found herself sitting at her kitchen table with Megan, telling her about these 3 secrets. Megan listened intently, her eyes glistening. "Mom," she said softly, "I think Dad would be proud of you." And for the first time in a long while, Emily truly believed it.